This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details. And
welcome back to the Friday Football Feast at Buffalo Wild Wings Monticello. We welcome Adam from Litchfield to the equation. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Vikings 2025 Trivia, Adam versus yours truly. And Nordo will unfurl 5 questions here. But first and foremost, let's meet Adam. When you chat, get close to that microphone, please. And we know you're from Litchfield. How long you been a Vikings fan? And what brings you to the feast?
I've been a Vikings fan all my life, and took a Friday off 2 weeks ago. Never been to one of these. Wanted to do it. Like, Monticello is the closest one to Litchfield. Let's do it, buddy.
My brother.
How close is Litchfield to Monticello?
It's about a 45-minute to hour drive.
When's the who's your favorite player on the Minnesota Vikings? Because as I put these stats and these questions together, I got to make sure I don't tilt it too heavily in your direction.
Well, you got to go with J.J. McCarthy, number 1.
J.J. McCarthy, number 9. I dig that. Well, we're going to have to change this question here.
Van Ginkel, love his. Love
yeah, we love the Gink. The Gink. The Gink is on fire. Right, come on, Gink, get that neck healthy.
You were born a Vikings fan. How did it happen?
Yeah, I remember getting out of church when I was little.
I thought you were going to say, I remember getting out of
getting out of church when I was little and running out to Mom and Dad's vehicle at noon and putting the Vikings game on.
That's awesome.
What's your level of confidence in general Vikings trivia?
Well, I was mad dashing the stats your last segment.
Okay.
And all the answers that I thought would or questions with answers were taken. So I have zero confidence right now.
Okay. All right. Well, now you do get an entire Monticello crowd behind you, though. Do you feel like you have confidence from this Monticello Vikings loving crowd?
I do.
That they want to see Adam in Litchfield beat the host of 9 to noon and come away with a swag bucket.
I got my buddy Troy behind me. He's a Viking guru.
Oh, there we go.
If he can help me,
is he doing some whispering in your? That's interesting.
He can feed you answers. So
why is everybody rooting against me?
Yeah, let's go.
There's balloons all over the place. I mean, this is just this Monticello has turned into mayhem.
Monticello's the bomb.
It's the best.
So here's what we're going to do as we kick off. We heard the trivia bit last segment. PA just absolutely housed you, Alec.
Yeah.
I mean, you really did not stand a chance. I'm concerned with your effort level, in fact, as we move forward.
I've been talking about this Rouser tailgate I'm ready to get there right now.
So I do have 5 questions, and
good luck, your brother.
Thankfully for the odd number, we won't need a 6th. But it will be name as your buzzer, Adam. So can you just practice like you know the answer? Adam. Can you do that?
Adam.
Perfect.
I hope PA forgets his name.
I've never heard it done better. And then you just give us the correct answer. And the winner will get this swag bucket here, courtesy of the great people. It includes a $25 gift card. We got sauce. We got seasoning for now, as we've been obsessed over.
Tahini.
The last 15 minutes. Tahini it is.
Yeah.
All right. So here is question number 1.
Good luck,
ready, Adam? Are you ready?
Good luck, guys.
Good luck, brother.
Good luck to you. All right. So, you remember the London game?
The London game.
Okay. Cleveland Browns. This player took one snap in the Cleveland game.
Paul.
Yes.
What's your name, buddy?
I don't have a Michael.
Give us a guess. Any player's name. Make it say Christian Darrisaw.
Darrisaw.
Damn it.
Let me finish the question. He took one snap in the Cleveland game, registering a loss of 1 rushing yard via kneel at the end of the first half.
Max Brosmar.
Ding, 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 ding.
Hey, well done, Adam.
Great job.
Adam in Litchfield takes what might be a commanding 1-0 lead. Question number 2. Some are disappointed that this well-known Viking...
Paul.
Yes.
What's your name? Where are you from?
Allie Monticello.
Hi, Allie. Say the name of any current Minnesota Viking player.
JJ McCarthy.
Ding, ding. Oh, man.
Yes or no?
No.
Damn it. Thank you, Allie. No, we're going to let him get up to... it's like Kobe Bryant when he played at Lower Marion High School.
Just let him get a lead.
It's actually just like Kobe Bryant at Lower Marion.
Yeah, because we're going to let the other team get the lead into the fourth quarter, then we're going to run them down from behind.
Yeah, that's what PA does.
A chance to go up 2-0 here. Here's the question. Some are disappointed that this well-known Viking only has 4 catches through 5 games.
Adam Thielen.
Ding, 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 ding,
Hey!
ding, 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 ding.
2-0, Adam.
2-0.
Well done.
So PA now has
Damn,
to...
he just has 4.
He has to run the table. All for first downs.
How many edge rusher crackback blocks does he have?
16.
At least.
Ding, 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 ding,
He and Hawkinson lead the league in
Yeah.
edge rusher.
All right, question number 3, Adam. You have an unbelievable lead. You need 1 correct answer, and you are our winner. Swag bucket in your hands.
Yeah.
Question number 3. It's shocking it didn't result in a touchdown, but the longest reception of the season for the Vikings
Paul.
goes to... Yes.
Jordan Addison.
Ding, 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 ding,
Thank
ding,
you.
ding, 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 ding.
And here comes PA.
Did you know that one?
You didn't even finish the question.
The longest reception of the season?
Oh, no, I did not know.
That's all good. That's all
Good.
good. Jordan Addison in Dublin, he had an 81-yard catch and
Lower
run.
Marion High School, Jelly Bean Bryant.
And then he got caught by that fast linebacker, that PA, was it Peyton Wilson?
Yes. And I'm like, Pete, I told you he's fast. I told you in the pregame he's fast. That's what I think I said.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
This player, Adam, and PA, it's 2-1 in favor of the guest, is second on the team in rushing yards with 50. It may not be who you'd expect.
Paul.
Yes.
Carson Wentz.
This player is second on the team in rushing yards. He has 50 yards.
JJ McCarthy.
He just won a swag bucket, ladies
just
and
beat
gentlemen.
me.
Monticello.
Nice job,
Ding, ding,
brother.
ding, ding, ding,
High
ding,
fives
ding,
for
ding.
everybody.
Great job, Adam.
I had the right idea, the wrong quarterback. I knew it wasn't Aaron Jones. Nice job,
done.
brother. Congratulations.
Great job.
Buffalo Wild Wings, thank you
thank
very
you so
much for
much.
this swag bucket, which includes a $25 gift card
Tremendous.
to Buffalo Wild Wings and all these sauces and everything and some koozies and stuff like that. God bless you, brother.
Cool.
And thank you very much. All right.
Well done, sir.
It's going to be real easy getting my man out from there.
Do we have a long break here?
I mean, let's pause. Yeah, we'll figure it out from here with Vikes, Bites, and the rest. Another round of applause for Adam from Litchfield for playing
That's so
the game.
cool.
Michael, Allie, thank you very much for the help. You're listening to the Friday Football in Monticello, your cash thing leader. Take it away, Devin.
The Fan and 2 Minute and Drunk Truck want to give you a shot to win some bonus bucks with our national cash contest. Enter the keyword deposit at KFAN.com now for your shot at winning. That's keyword deposit. Enter it now at KFAN.com.
Vikes Bites are provided by
The good people actually up this way. Clearwater, Minnesota's finest, Thousand Hills, lifetime grazed, grass-fed beef. You can shop online. Box of meat shows up at your doorstep, which is sweet. Local Coburn's and Kowalski's location.
Box of what?
Box of meat. And, of course, they're proud sponsors of Gophers Athletics, so they're hoping that the Huskers get hooked tonight at Huntington Bank Stadium.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt, and everybody with Thousand Hills. We'll start Vikes Bites here. Now, I've seen that Donovan Jackson is a full participant in practice. I'm going to lean towards, if Donovan Jackson was a full participant today, Alec, that Donovan Jackson will be playing on Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't think I'm taking a leap there. Here's the deal. Michael Juergens is also a full participant in practice. We just spent, not just earlier this morning, but multiple days lauding what Blake Brandel was able to do, starting in that spot at center for the first time in his career at any level.
Ooh, Nordo looking to get controversial.
If everybody's healthy, I think Blake Brandel is your starting center this weekend. Do you agree or disagree, and why, Mr. Lewis?
Yeah, that would be my expectation. It would go Darrisaw, Donovan Jackson, Blake Brandel, Will Fries, Justin School. That would be my expectation for Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles.
So and Brian O'Neill, I mean, he's out there.
He is. Yeah, Brian's back at practice. He's been limited both days this week. It feels like, and it looks like he's still just working his way. Now, will he be ready next week? That'd be the more interesting one for me. Yeah. And then really into Detroit. I think, like, Detroit feels like the one for me where you hope to be really, back revved up with a lot of guys.
Doesn't that feel like the JJ spot too?
That feels like the spot at which, if JJ's not playing in that game, that would be very interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm thinking short week against the Chargers, and the continuing the way that the head coach has put it together. He needs his cat with a full practice week. He needs full reps. Ankle needs to feel good. The whole thing.
The one that would be, or like the situation that would be fascinating would be, let's say Carson in the non-throwing shoulder gets dinged up in the game. Brosmer, I'm just saying, like, I go down this path. Then Brosmer's the backup. He's in. Like, what happens next after that? I don't know. But, like, that would be the only situation for me where I think there would be uncertainty. I'd expect Carson Wentz to play Sunday and to play next Thursday night.
All right, so Eden Prairie's finest, former Gopher, and Minnesota Vikings linebacker Blake Cashman has been a full participant. They opened the practice window, and he jumped through it. He's on the field, and he will be on the field Sunday against the Eagles. Who comes off? Would it be Eric Wilson, or would it be Ivan Pace if there's only two in the mix on the field at one time?
Ooh, Nordo trying to get controversial before the KO presser today. In case old Spearfish is listening.
I get edgy.
No, it's good. It's an interesting question. My expectation would be that you still see some Eric Wilson, and you'd see some Ivan Pace in some different situations and circumstances. Like later downs, pass coverage, you probably have a little more Eric Wilson. Early downs, if you're blitzing Ivan Pace from the second level, that probably makes more sense. But I'd say with the way Eric Wilson has performed, to see him play a little bit more, it wouldn't surprise me. And Ivan Pace has missed 10 tackles, according to PFF, our favorite website. That's tied for the most among all linebackers in the NFL this year.
Vikes Bites! Wow, that's super quiet. Vikes Bites! I'm losing my voice here in Monticello.
Yeah, that was rough.
My bad. Sorry about that. The gerbil shifted, and I'm prepubescent again. To Andrew Van Ginkel, not expecting him this weekend.
No.
What kind of plan? What are the things that we need to see to check boxes to see Gink back on the field?
Yeah, him being full at practice would be telling. He's still been limited with the neck injury. It'll be interesting to see where he's at next week. Again, short week. It'd be nice to have a little more extra rest for him as he's working his way back from the neck. And that's, again, like the Lions game, you'd hope to really be fully loaded with a lot of your guys. Like Aaron Jones is still working his way back from the hamstring, hasn't been activated from the 21-day window, his 21 window hasn't been activated. But like that would be a spot for him as well that I'd kind of look at.
So in London, we saw C.J. Ham. Speaking of open windows, he returns to the team and plays. And in terms of protecting Carson in that game, we saw Kevin O'Connell do a ton of pre-snap motions and shifts. He'd bring Josh Oliver and C.J. Ham almost out from various respective slot spots. He'd pre-motion them in effectively as max protect, additional blockers to help Carson out. Is this a game where you might see similar things to keep Carson upright, despite maybe some returning healthy bodies to the O-line?
Yeah, it's interesting. I felt like that Browns game plan offensively in London was one of the best of Kevin O'Connell's time as the Minnesota Vikings head coach, with what they were navigating with some of the designs.
And maybe the most exhausting.
No question. There might be a temptation, I've thought about this in a couple ways. There might be a temptation of, you get Donovan Jackson back, you feel a little comfortable, confidence in Blake Brandel, Darisaul's going to have a full snap kind of count. That's the expectation. So there might be a temptation to, we can air it out a little more, like less quick game. But I hope to see a lot of just the way that they kind of approach it against the Browns, where it's move the pocket, it's get the ball out quick. Again, just to reiterate, when Carson Wentz has had a side of the field that he's eyeing and he just got a space to look at with a cleanish pocket, he's been effective. But when he's had to scan the whole field, move off of the initial spot, it gets real dicey. And I think you want to prevent that as much as possible. We haven't talked about Moro Ojomo. It's the interior Eagles defensive lineman who's not Jalen Carter. He can wreak havoc. You got to be very mindful of this guy on the interior. Just want to point that out today.
He has 2 sacks, third year from Texas, and he plays into
chart deep dive.
What Howie Roseman, general manager for the Eagles, has just done so well over the years. Like Zach Bond, if you look at his 4 years with New Orleans, and you talk about a piece of disrespect here. It was like, we think you have absolutely mismanaged this young man's career.
Brian Flores thought the same thing, wanted him here.
And did so with Isaiah Rodgers, and they got him here on that Monday before free agency technically opened up. But this Ojomo, he was a 7th round pick in 2023, and he's a bad A. You're right.
I heard something interesting this week too. The Eagles apparently really wanted Van Ginkel in that free agency period.
Really?
They did. They did.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so the steam, whether it was, I don't remember who tweeted it or whether there was a story, but it's when Nordo and I were looking at free agency 2025. That you had Milton Williams, and you had all these big names and these big hundreds of millions of dollars in deals, and then the Vikings slide in the back door early Monday. Isaiah Rodgers with a nice deal, but it wasn't that big.
I think people were actually irritated by that PA,
and I'm like, holy cow, they must love this guy if they identified him, then closed on him that early because they don't want to deal with any rigmarole. And then a story popped somewhere this week that, the Eagles were caught off guard and they actually wanted to match or give Isaiah Rodgers more. But Isaiah and his representation, Isaiah Rodgers is a former Eagle, but his representation was kind of like, nah, you had your chance. He's going there.
Yeah, I saw that report. The Eagles wanted him back, but I'm not sure they could offer the role that the Vikings were prepared to offer him in terms of every down snaps.
Yeah, so they settled for Adoree Jackson.
What did you say?
What?
Well, Quinyon DeJean, you think about the role. Isaiah Rodgers is your A-plus outside corner.
That's true.
And they've put a ton of cash and draft equity into that same spot. Now, this Adoree Jackson, they definitely should have just tried to find a way to pay Isaiah. It hasn't been good.
It's one of the Howie Roseman gets a ton of credit. It's a reminder that even the best at that position in the NFL, there are misses, there are miscalculations. It happens, even for one of the best doing it.
Well, you watch more Vikings defensive film than I do. So you've watched number 2. I don't know if you've watched all of his snaps. But I either brought it up with O'Connell, X's and O's this Tuesday or the one in London. But it's like Rodgers must be having a lights-out year.
Oh, he's been great.
Well, you got Murphy Jr. With 0 interceptions, had 6 last year. They're going at him a little more than we saw last year. Okuda doesn't get thrown at as much as I thought, but they also use him on the short side of the field. Basically there's less room to go at you, and he's compensated to bust you up at the line of scrimmage, and that's actually what he's really, really good at. So Rodgers is getting the matchups and the strong side of the field, and he's never on the wrong side of L's.
Yeah, and the Vikings don't just man up, so it's not like this man-to-man matchup all the time. There's a lot of zone coverage, but the thing that Isaiah Rodgers has is the ball skills and the instincts to be able to savvily play in those zones. I mean, he's been just a hit. That's a big Brian Flores personnel department massive hit. And I wrote this earlier this week, but with the way they've drafted, you have to be hitting with these free agents.
Yep.
Or else, it's just not going to work.
No doubt.
That's the situation right now.
Think about the Eagles. I mean, if they have Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and Isaiah Rodgers.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, Ringo's their 4. And he ain't a bad 4. He's not a great 2, but he ain't a bad 4. I mean, that's a heck of a little trio right there.
That would have been great. And their safety room's interesting. Like, Reed Blankenship is pretty...
he's in and out.
Yeah, he's
kind of a hothead.
He is. And then they drafted this dude, Andrew Mukuba, who I actually really liked going into the draft and thought it was a sensible fit with Brian Flores.
He's kind of wild.
He'll fly.
When I was watching the Eagles 2 days ago to memorize numbers and
body types,
and I'm like, who is this guy?
He flies down from the roof just with reckless abandon.
Right.
It's why are you laughing?
Vikes bites.
Thank you, Thousand Hills. I'm laughing because he loves numbers and he loves body types.
And he didn't get to talk for 3 minutes.
And it's an important part. I got to check in on LFL, and I'm still getting sniped, so here we are back at it. You mentioned earlier just that Grenard and this hamstring, how important it is, and no Van Ginkel, and you're thinking about what's behind him. You mentioned not hitting in the draft. That's to a depth conversation as it pertains to developing those maybe on the back end of a roster, but specifically with Grenard. This is a guy that I would have gotten to this question actually with Adam in Litchfield, and you would have gotten this one correct. That this gentleman had 12 sacks a year ago, and in terms of splash activity, he has just 1 in 2025. So in terms of raising eyebrows and changing games, it's not necessarily coming between in terms of the obvious stat sheet markers. What are you loving about Grenard, and why is this absolutely vital that he plays on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, he's just affects the quarterback, and he is a guy who opposing offensive coordinators, as they plan their week out, they have to allocate multiple blockers and attention to this guy. He requires the opposing staff to be attentive to him. And there have been a lot of times where he's around the quarterback. He's probably not finishing the way even he would like to. And then just setting the edge in the run game and playing the run from the backside. I mean, he makes so many tackles tracking guys from the backside. He's relentless. That is, like, when I go to Kevin O'Connell's press conference in a couple hours, I want to know who the backup is, whether JJ is the emergency, and where is Jonathan Grenard. Like, those are that's where my mind is as I'll be making the commute.
And that press conference, 2 o'clock, KFAN with Kevin O'Connell. When we return for the final segment, what's the best way for the Vikings to play the game offensively and defensively from the controversial YA doc? We'll also offer up some predictions on the Vikings and the Eagles when the feast returns to Buffalo Wild Wings Monticello after this on KFAN. A Thursday football feast at Buffalo Wild Wings Savage takes place in 6 days. And the Vikings are at the LA Chargers. Yours truly and Alec Lewis will be in SoCal. Nordo, I believe you have the day off that day, at least the way you're laying it out with Fan Line in the evening.
Fan Line, and then we'll host an in-studio feast, I believe, on Friday.
Yep, and Muss will, Mike Mussman, K102, he'll be taking you through the Buffalo Wild Wings Savage feast on Thursday. So say hello to Muss at 9 a.m. this Thursday. Also, thanks again to Buffalo Wild Wings management and everybody here for not only hosting us, but we did a little baby trivia game out of nowhere. My man comes over with like $100 worth of gifts and gift cards and stuff for the winner in a Buffalo Wild Wings swag bucket.
Yeah,
so thank you very much. Round of applause for everybody here. Hey, make sure before you leave, make sure to in gratuitous and large fashion, if you're so inclined, make sure to tip your servers and bartenders before you leave, okay? When we do these feasts, they're packed houses everywhere we go. The servers, managers, and bartenders get here early, very early. And it's a good, profitable day for them, but let's make it count even that much more because they've been negotiating this territory in second-to-none fashion to serve you.
There's confetti, though.
Yep, so make sure you tip them voluminously if you are so inclined, and do so for the servers and the bartenders. Now, Vikings-Eagles, Sunday noon. That's the boom. From the Alec Doc, what's the best way for the Vikings offense to play the Eagles defense?
Yeah, Drake Lindsey needs to get the ball to Darius.
Wrong game.
Yeah, the Vikings and the Eagles. I really stopping the run is the game. Stopping the run and stopping Philadelphia's run game is going to be integral. Kevin O'Connell talked all this week about limiting turnovers, limiting penalties, generating an early lead so that they can play aggressive in all three phases the way they kind of designed this team to. And really, going back to that 2023 Vikings-Eagles game and watching the film, Brian Flores was mixing it the heck up on Jalen Hurts, who looked very out of place. He did have that one big bomb to Devontae Smith, but otherwise he was all out of sorts. So if you can make him a drop-back passer, make them one-dimensional,
there you go.
You feel pretty good about the Vikings on Sunday against the Eagles.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, well, what about the Vikings conversely? Let's go to the other side of the equation.
Sure thing. That would be the Vikings offense. I think it's going to be, quick passing game on early downs, remain out of third and long. The Vikings on third and long this year, believe are like 4 of 30. So and they can be run on. I mean, Jordan Davis has had a good year in the interior for them. I mentioned Moro Ojomo. They're going to have Jalen Carter back, but their run defense is bottom third in the NFL. Jordan Mason has been great. He really, when he's not fumbling the football, he has been very good creating yards. So if you can remain out of third and long, be good on quick passing game on early downs, should be able to move the football as well.
Nordo, who wins and why?
Yeah, if those things happen, for me, it's going to be quick passing. I want to see some of the things we saw develop with Cleveland, potentially some screen opportunities. I'd like to see a couple of slants, getting Justin Jefferson in space, Addison as well. This is tough, man. I think that defensively, our ability to stop the run is going to come through. It's too obvious that we have struggled in losses against the run. And I believe that we will make the Eagles one-dimensional. I believe Saquon's going to have a tough day. Our favorite football team will find their way to a spot where there's no wire, and Will Reichard will hit one at the wire, and the Vikings are going to be 5-2.
Now, Thursday at Buffalo Wild Wings Savage, 9 a.m., we have that feast. Then 2 weeks from today is the next time you'll see Alec and I with Nordo at a feast. And when that's the case, it'll be in front of the Detroit Lions game. Your Minnesota Vikings will be 5-2 into that game. They're going to beat Philadelphia, and they're going to beat the LA Chargers as they get healthy. For Alec and Nordo, I'm Paul Allen. We thank J-Dub, the street team, and Devin Ward back at KFAN.
And Monticello.
Monticello, we thank you. God bless all of you. You're fantastic. Enjoy the game and be there for the boom!
Podcast today's Paul Allen Show, or listen back to previous show and interviews by going to the iHeartRadio app or KFAN.com.